One race done, but that is not enough, because we've got double the action, meaning we've got one more coming your way. After the excitement of yesterday, let's hold a bit more of it now. Welcome to Iowa Speedway, where we are getting closer and closer to race number 2. Pato Award took the win yesterday, becoming our 4th different winner of the season. Will Buxton on social media believes today we could make it 5. Well, let's discuss a bit more of that, along with some news coming into this race. Well, hello everyone, welcome to INDYCAR. We'll momentarily just keep it on the camera, but of course I'll bring you to all of the data. That's what everyone is interested in. But we come into this with a bit of news, and that is that Nolan Siegel is going to find himself not taking part after the crash he had. So disappointment for him. He went to the medical center and he wasn't deemed fit. Now they have not put in a replacement, meaning that we're going to be one car down with that one. Now that's a big disappointment for Siegel, and also not to see anyone else in the seat. But let us know your thoughts as well in the comments below. You would have had to of course had that driver do the warm-up earlier on as well, so there's quite a lot that they would have had to do, but they decided to not go with a driver and put someone in replacement to Nolan Siegel. So a disappointment for him, but it's going to be him now trying to rest and recover for the next round. If not, then a replacement will need to be found. And well, I think it is fair to say McLaren may have upsetted a couple of drivers over the last year, so their options might be slightly more limited than we might think. They might need to look possibly somewhere in Indy next as well, where we have quite a few talented drivers participating in that one. But we're all preparing, we're all getting ready for the contest and for the race that is going to be coming our way. It's going to be really exciting. Looking forward to this. We'll bring you to all of the data once it is updated, but I think actually it is a perfect time, to be fair. Quickly go over to the battle screen and just look at our race results from yesterday. So these are our results that we had yesterday. It was Pato Award who found himself taking the win, as I mentioned, our 4th different winner of the year. Newgarden was in 2nd, and then it was Power in 3rd. Scott McLaughlin was in P4, Alex Palou was in 5th, Rasmussen was in 6th, Daly was 7th, and Santino Ferrucci got 8th. Armstrong was in 9th, Dixon was in 10th, Rahal was in 11th, then it was Malukas, Herter, Foster, Ericsson, VK, Rosenquist, Simpson, Di Francesco, Robert Shortman, Christian Lundgaard, Stingray Rob, and our retirements were Ilott, Siegel, who of course can't participate due to that incident that he had yesterday, Rossi, Kirkwood, and Abel. Those were our retirements, and that was our order as well when it came to all of the amazing action yesterday. But now the question goes to, what are we going to see today? What are we going to see on Sunday, where the races usually take place? Looking in the chat, we've got Nathan also saying, hi JB Motorsports and everyone. Happy race day. Happy race day to you indeed. Special race day, and it's always very fascinating. If you are wondering, by the way, which you should be, where Joshua Burgess, he is over at Wimbledon, as is Matthew Owens. JT will be back, I think. Well, JT's of course doing the, he's out somewhere taking pictures, and you know, JT's going to his events. He does so much that I can't remember any of them. So that's a very bad job my part. But anyway, moving on to what we have coming up. But yeah, those are where our usual suspects are as well. They're all covering the Wimbledon, which I suggest, as it's very competitive, that you get on the side, as you know, you can have some lull periods in the NTT IndyCar series in an oval race, especially if we do get to a caution. So it is definitely something very interesting to keep an eye on. But unfortunately, yeah, the cautions, it can lead to a bit of dull moments where we're just waiting for the race to get underway. But yeah, it's a perfect opportunity for you guys to go catch some Wimbledon. That is not the only thing on though. We've also got WEC, the World Endurance Championship. Last time I checked, they were under a caution. So you know, it's going well. It's going well. But you can catch that, and then we're also going to have IMSA, and we're also going to have NASCAR, and I think that's it. I think that's it. I hope I'm not missing anything. There we go. There we go. That is what we have coming up. In terms of this IndyCar race, though, the battle down towards pole position, down towards turn 1, and it will be led from pole position. If we go to our battle screen, there we go. It is going to be led by Alex Palou up against Felix Rosenquist. Palou, well, I mean, the winner from the Indy 500, is, in the words of Joshua Birch, in the way that he described it, we had the most predictable winner of the most unpredictable race. that there is in motorsport. He, of course, well, he was able to get the trio of being able to be competitive at a normal circuit, road course, and also an oval when we got to the Indy 500. So that was a big moment for him. But it still looks like, I think some would argue, and from what I've seen, some do argue, that possibly Palou not as strong maybe when it comes to short ovals. So, he's on pole position in a race, which is a bit of a short oval. So he could find himself in trouble over the long distance. He's a very experienced driver. We finally found out last time that he is human. So, you know, at least we knew that. But the experience level is so important for a driver like Alex Palou compared to some other drivers in the field. And I think we saw that as well a few rounds ago when Louis Foster, surprisingly, unbelievably, put it on pole position. That was a brilliant moment. That was an outrageous moment. That was an incredible moment. It was absolutely phenomenal, was that moment by Louis Foster. But when it came to the race, you know, his goal would not have been to win. He would have been hoping that luck goes his way and he can get himself up there. But it wasn't always going to be the case. And in the end, we found out that it wasn't the case. So that's how that played out as well. So experience, very important, and Alex Palou knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. We can doubt him, we can do what we want, but he will find a way. He always finds a way. The stats, the odds may be against him, but he somehow just comes up with something magical. That is the way he performs. But Alex Palou, yeah, he's starting on pole. But who else do we have? Felix Rosenqvist alongside in second, David Malukas in third, Joseph Newgarden in fourth, and Nolan Siegel, well, the man who was said to be starting in fifth, so you can throw that out the window. Will Powers in sixth, Connor Daly in seventh, Scott Dixon in eighth, Pato O'Ward in ninth, and Graham Rahal, the driver, who will be starting in 10th position. A very, very fascinating grid, and it's going to lead to a very fascinating race. Christian Lundgaard has had 4 podium finishes this season, has Lundgaard. But he starts all the way down in 22nd. So it's going to be quite the ask for him to be able to find his way back there. And it's going to be very interesting. I cannot wait to see. Now, I want to bring up what Will Buxton mentioned on social media. I want to bring up what he mentioned. On his post, he said, he has the feeling. It's somewhere in the air. You know that feeling where you just think that it might happen, but he feels we're on our way possibly to a new winner, by the end of this. Now, this is a season which, can I just remind you, has had only 4 winners, and if we minus this Saturday's race, if we minus last Sunday's race, you can call that 2. So it's quite the claim, but the feeling is there. The feeling is there for Will Buxton. So do you agree with him? Let us know. Let us know. But yeah, it could be quite interesting if we are able to get a new winner. What a moment that would be. It's always special, and in a season like this, getting a new winner, it would be quite the amazing stat to have, that we have had a new winner this season after what we've gone through. It will be absolutely remarkable if we can. But yes, even though we've only had 4 winners, even though the talk has been, okay, well, this is turning into a bit of a domination. Even though we needed a mistake from Alex Palou 1 week ago for Scott Dixon to be able to take the win away from him, still, IndyCar's competitive. Still, the racing can be quite crazy and wild. A few years ago, of course, if you watch our Formula 2 coverage, you'll know me from there. And I always, when I'm always on Formula 2 and across the social medias and everywhere, I do see the fact about how, well, IndyCar is one of the greatest racing, and then Formula 2. Loads believe that is as well. Loads believe that is very competitive, and the racing is absolutely brilliant there. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on, and it's definitely something that I've had to look at in terms of IndyCar. Okay, well, I know Formula 2 can be quite good, but what makes IndyCar? What makes IndyCar quite good? And over the years, it's been absolutely phenomenal. But this year, Alex Palou's taken charge, and sometimes you just have to respect that. Sometimes you just have to respect that kind of behaviour. Alex Palou is just that driver. He is just that driver. Let's run you through the grid. Let's run you through the grid then if for the drivers that are outside the top 10. So we've already talked you through the top 10. We'll just quickly do so once again, as there is the demise of our timing page for Nolan Siegel. Nolan Siegel, there he goes. Right, okay. Now, it's actually more correct, technically. Alex Palou in P1. Felix Rosenquist in 2nd. David Malukas in 3rd. Newgardens in 4th. Powers in 5th. Connor Daly's in 6th. Scott Dixon's in 7th. Pato Ward's in 8th. Ray Hall is in 9th. And Robert Schwartzman will start in 10th. Armstrong's in 11th. Ilot's in 12th, Ericsson's in 13th, Rossi is in 14th, Foster starts in 15th, Rasmussen in 16th, Kiffin Simpson will go from 17th, Colton Herta is in 18th, then it's Santino Ferrucci, Carl Kirkwood, that is your top 20, Lundgaard in 21st, Devlin and DiFrancesco in 22nd, Stingray Rob in 23rd, Jacob Abel starts in 24th, Renus Rique is in 25th, and then the driver in 26th position is Scott McLaughlin, and, well, we will not be seeing Nolan Siegel, unfortunately, across our race today. So he is going to be, well, he's going to be watching on with the rest of us and hoping to enjoy a good race, hoping though that, well, it turns out to be that type of race where he can say, well, not a lot happened, not a lot, and probably a bit of chaos for his nearest rivals, because at the end of the day he's hoping that his nearest rivals aren't able to get ahead too much, as Fox currently show us laps off iRacing, and the iRacing Iowa Speedway version with the INDYCAR roaring around. I won't bore you with that, do not worry, because we are going to do it. We're going to have the real thing. We're going to have the real thing in about a few minutes time, everybody. So no need to, absolute no reason to be able to. As I don't know what our timing board's doing. I think it's just putting people in the pit lane and everyone leaving the pit lane. There we go. But yeah, no reason to go to this little clip at the moment. We'll wait for the real thing. But yeah, a very interesting grid as we go back to live pictures, and I can enable the track audio. There we go. There we go. Sounds exciting. Oh, track audio is not working. Let's work out why this is. Let's see. Is it because it needs to be this? It is because it needs to be that. Perfect. Okay. We've got track audio working. Let me know on the audio levels as well. Right now we're not. Right now I think there's a pit report going on, so we're not actually watching the cars at the moment. So let me know that. Let me know as we prepare, as we get ready for the green flags to be waved here in INDYCAR. This is the moment to let us know about your predictions ahead of this race. This is where the tension starts to rise for the drivers in the field. This is where it all happens. Felix Rosenquist, the driver who's found himself having 4 top 5 finishes this season. Well, can he try add to that? Can he try extend that? So many question marks as they make their way around this circuit. Christian Rasmussen has had a best finish of 3rd. Can he try do something? Is he going to be able to power his way by? Is he going to play a factor in today's race? It's going to be all good. It's going to be all good. Prepare yourself, everybody, for an INDYCAR race, which hopefully we will be remembering at the end of the season. It's been that type of season, including even 1 week ago, where you don't have the most to remember. But could this be a race that we add to the collection? It's going to be fascinating to see how Alex Palou will do off pole position. Final moments now for you to let us know your prediction before this gets going. Scott McLaughlin, what is he going to be able to come up with? McLaughlin, always that driver who is an interesting one to keep an eye on. Always that type of guy. So is Newgarden as we begin to line up and form up. A reminder to you that it's Alex Palou who will be leading us away. And he's going to be doing that in a few moments' time with Alex Palou as we get ready to go racing in the INDYCAR NCT Series. It's going to be a very fascinating race. Here we go. Let's get going with this. Alex Palou leading us right towards the green flags. Rosenquist alongside. Malukas is in 3rd. Newgarden's in 4th. Who is going to emerge victorious in either race 2? We make our way round the final corner. We get ready for the green flags to fly it over. And it's a great start for Alex Palou leading the way through turn number 1. Are they all going to be able to make their way through? Palou got exactly the start that he needed as they push on the first lap of 275. Rosenquist trying to stay with his racing rival at the moment. They are getting super close to get a big crash. Big crash there as the wall gets hit in a big way, and we've got a car going round. And I mean, it's McLaughlin, I think that is. Scott Mc... Okay, we should be back on. Well, the Wi-Fi sometimes just goes at the wrong time. I think it is fair to say. Final day until this specific moment. Apologies for that. We've momentarily had an issue, but luckily we're behind the caution. I think we managed to cover the starting time, and then it all went wrong. I think that's what happened there. So I can only apologise as we now finally get ourselves back in. That is really, really annoying. Apologies for that one. Momentarily went down. But that was a major accident off the start. And I can only apologise for it momentarily going down. Sorry about that one. Let's go back to the main screen. Back to the camera. Don't know where the thing has gone, but I'll let it refresh. Apologies, the Wi-Fi momentarily went down, everybody. Okay, right. Well, all we can do now is just push on. That is not the way we wanted to start this race. All of the build-up. It could have even happened in the build-up, that's the thing. Right, anyway. It was Scott McLaughlin and Devlin Di Francesco. Right, let's take a look at how it happened. Right. Di Francesco gets loose. And I think he's into the path of McLaughlin is what goes on there. And the AMR safety crew. The best in the world. On task and immediately getting rid of it. As there we see Di Francesco's car. Yeah, so Di Francesco got lost basically. Let's go back to March 23rd, 2025 apparently. And take a look at Scott McLaughlin getting tagged around. It's all fascinating, everybody, isn't it? All fascinating. Apologies for the Wi-Fi momentarily going down. But yeah, thermal flashback, isn't it? Everything's back to normal now. Sometimes, unfortunately, technology, as we've learned this weekend, does not work in the way that we need it to. So let's focus on the race ahead. But I really apologise. I think we got the start in. I think that's the most important thing. We got the start in. And then the Wi-Fi said, goodbye. You're not having any of that. Right at the moment, I think, where the crash happened. So I don't know whether you heard me. We heard it first and then we saw it. I don't know whether you guys would have heard me saying that. But yeah, we're behind the caution. So let's confirm your order. I think that's the right thing to do. Palou, Rosenquist, Newgarden, Malukas, Power, Daly, Award, Dixon, Armstrong, Rahal, Schwartzman is your top 11 at the moment. As we, well, get ready to get back going. I think systems might need a little reboot. Should have that now. Here we go though. Let's go racing in IndyCar once again. The green flag flies. It's Palou leading us with Rosenquist in behind, going to the high line as we go through turn 1. Having a look, there is Award, our winner from yesterday, trying to get past and make a move of his own. He can't do so at the moment. Can they all get through this time by? We have some moves being attempted. This can be a nice early part of the race to try and make some overtakes. As down low, it's side by side as they go at major speed at the moment. This is phenomenal stuff. Connor Daly is just going to be behind Power, but just ahead of Pato Award. Award has a look down the inside. He can't do it, but now he tucks back in the trouble. He's really close, meaning he could get the momentum possibly in a few moments time. Let's see as he gets closer and closer and closer. No push to pass, of course, but they do have the hybrid still available to them to try and use at their disposal. We're side by side in the mid-pack. Some phenomenal racing going on at this race start. No one goes around the outside through there. As then we cut over to Will Power with Connor Daly in behind, with Connor Daly getting closer and closer and closer. This is phenomenal. What a nice start to the race that was. Daly having to look in behind. Award's coming at him. Award's coming. He's getting closer and closer, isn't he? Is Award at the moment. As they race their way by. Let us know your thoughts on the start. As I thought we were going to be in for a huge accident. But they get away with it. That's Malukas. To the outside line of Power. Is he going to drive around the outside? It's going to be so close. Malukas has the momentum. Power has the inside. The low line works for Will Power. And he stays ahead and keeps that position. Incredible. All action start at Iowa. Palo's under threat still. But, I mean, usually if you're seeing two tense gaps across the entire field, you're like, what is going on? What I can tell you, Newgarden's going low. Up against Rosenquist. It's side by side for second place. And who's going to get this position? Rosenquist and Newgarden nearly making contact. And Newgarden gets ahead and moves up to second position. To second place he goes. Rosenquist has to now look in his mirrors because Power is right there. Oh! Dropping down there. And that's Power. Power's losing positions. What has happened to Will Power? Power went offline. It looks like he doesn't have any power at the moment though. He's slowing down. He's reducing in speed. And possibly an issue for Will Power, who will come to the pit lane. Wow. So much disappointment there will be for Will Power as we jump on board with Newgarden. Oh, that's the hurt. That's the hurt for him there. He won't be happy about that. He won't be happy. They are gonna change. What are they doing down there? We momentarily had a picture by picture moment. Picture in picture. I think it was a power issue down there. It's a power issue, apparently. That is the cost for them. 2 Penske's out in 22 laps, everybody. Not their finest day, I think it is fair to say. Not their finest day one bit. Nevertheless, we push on as we take a look at a replay of why we had the caution to start the race. And yeah, it was DeFrancesco getting loose and McLaughlin, the unfortunate customer in that one. It's just brilliant to hear and listen to these engines. Full pelt as they tick lap after lap after lap. And if you're further back, you're also going wheel to wheel as well, and we're very nearly making contact. Very nearly contact there. As we're going to have Rasmussen round the outside. Is he going to be able to take the position? Rasmussen with Ferrucci to the inside, and Rasmussen gets ahead. That was so nearly contact at major speed. Moments like that affect and hurt drivers. Let's take a look. Newgarden's gone up 2 positions. Rosenquist and Malukas have lost 1. Daly's gone up 2. Our winner from yesterday, Ward, is up 3. Marcus Armstrong's up 5. He's gained quite a few positions, hasn't he? Hurt is up 5 as well. Let's take a look at them connecting in terms of Ferrucci. Oh, with Rasmussen. Oh, you don't want to get that close, guys. You don't. Oh my word. They banged wheels once, banged wheel twice, banged wheel 3 times. I mean, I only saw one of them. I don't know if they did it 3 times. That's how close they were getting. My word. As we get up to some traffic. If you are Alex Palou. As Fox head over to their first ad break. Now we would hand over to Tom Gamer if we had the availability to. I don't unfortunately have that function right now available to myself. So I'll continue talking you through the action. Let us know your thoughts in the chat though. We love chat interaction. We love hearing your thoughts on how the race is playing out and what you've made of it so far. It's been dramatic. It's been interesting, I think it is fair to say. But yeah, I can only apologise for 2 major moments in IndyCar. One in qualifying yesterday where JB's PC broke. And then with my Wi-Fi cut out earlier on. Newgarden is getting close to Palou. Now here's the thing, Palou's being backed off by a bit of traffic. Newgarden's tucking in. Newgarden's pulling alongside. Could we be about to see a change of the race lead? Doesn't look like it for the moment. As Palou, he knows he's being held up. Does he go to the low line and risk it? He will, and he'll get by. Nice stuff there. Around an oval though, sometimes it can be risky going for a move like that. In behind now, Newgarden will try and get by as well. And he will get through there. And then that's now the task ahead for Rosenquist, for Malukas. And then you've got a few more seconds back to Daly. Alex Palou, who of course had that crash in Detroit. Absolutely wild stuff there. But wow. What an interesting, I think, a season it's been like overall. If you think about it, who would have thought it would be so predictable at times, so unpredictable at other times? It's been ridiculous this season. Talking about ridiculous, we've got very nearly some side-by-side. Which honestly, the way this circuit works, I just find it incredible. As Malukas gets up to 3rd. Malukas gets ahead of Rosenquist. That was a simple move there as he went to the inside line. Sometimes the driver on the outside just decides to back out of it as well. So it can usually get a bit interesting. And this is the time where the circuit starts becoming a little bit of a mess, I think it is fair to say, with cars absolutely everywhere. Where you have lapped cars and everyone trying to overtake. No blue flags, of course, in the NTT IndyCar Series. It can definitely have some effect. Alex Palou, of course, back in his normal livery. Which is nice to see. Really nice to see, actually. Because, I mean, you could spot him from a mile away. If I see that, I just immediately know it's Palou. Gonna be interesting to see how Newgarden does. And what the end game is. .43 out of 275. Now it becomes 44. Basically, every few seconds you speak, the lap just increases. That's how fast they either Speedway is, it's rapid. You're ticking by laps so quickly. Not one of your longer races. I'll tell you that for free. On board we go with Newgarden at the moment. Team Penske, well, all hopes rely on Newgarden. It's been a terrible day in terms of power, in terms of McLaughlin, I mentioned. 2 Penskes out by lap 22. All down to you, Mr. Joseph Newgarden, who follows Alex Palou closely, with traffic in the way. As they make their way by and make their way through currently. Hello, getting past more lapped cars. Exactly what he's just trying to do at the moment. Pato Award gets up to 5th position. A move to the inside sees him get past Connor Daly. So that is tidy stuff there from Award. Daly drops down. Could we be in somehow, after what we've had this season, for 3 different winners in 3 different races? Oh! Caution's out! And the reason why, we've got a big shunt there. A big shunt for Stingray Rob, who finds the barrier. And a big moment for him. It looks like he's gone sideways and he's hit the wall. That is day done for Stingray Rob. The rear is damaged. And we are heading to our second caution of the day, everybody. It's our second caution. And the AMR safety crew immediately there. We mentioned how good they are. Seconds. Seconds is what it takes for them to get themselves into the position. And they will repair. Well, not repair. They will get rid of the car and let the team get to repairing before the next round. IndyCar rounds coming thick and fast as we get ready to end the season. He was making his way through and lost the car. Let's listen in. Simple as that. Rear in first. And we're getting pit stops. Newgarden, Palou, Malukas. I'm not even going to be able to keep up with that, but you can see it all coming through. Pit stops coming in. My word, big shunt. Into the safety wall. Safety barrier. No, there's no wall here, but the safety barrier basically acts like a safety wall. Okay, big moment now. This is where the order could be shuffled up. The field is coming in. All the teams getting to work. How is this one going to play out? How is this one going to play out? Alex Palou will try get ahead. It's side by side there as well. Rosenquist close with Newgarden, but I think Newgarden has it. It's Palou, then it's Newgarden, then it's Felix Rosenquist, and then we find ourselves with Pato Award and Marcus Armstrong. As we are all loving life at the moment. As there goes Fox. And the brilliant Tom Gamer comes in, friend of the show, of course. Really, really kind guy as well. Great person and a great broadcaster who knows what we do and really likes it as well. Has been definitely very helpful over the years. And believe me, if we could, I would get his commentary on for you. But this is the only efficient way. I'd rather have track audio for the exciting moments than just have commentary and no audio when I'm actually having to commentate. I think you know I'll still be talking all the way through, but at least then what we can do is get track audio for you. Track audio I think beats just dead air in the exciting moments. And you know, I mean they say let the pictures flow, but to be but when I'm solo, I'm kind of letting as well the audio flow a little bit as well, which you know. Sometimes if you just go silent and you're just standing there like that, then it's like, okay, well the viewers aren't getting anything interesting to their ear. $55 out of 275. On to that 56. But yeah, I'd like to see some praise in the chat for the AMR safety crew. Only now, I was asked by Joshua Birch, and if you joined us yesterday, you'll know. I was asked, could you predict what is the weekend attendance over at the NTT IndyCar series? I very boldly said, oh, okay, this must be something good. Okay, let's go with 200,000. And the answer I got was 6,000. A great venue, a great place for a race, but 6,000 being your weekend attendance, a little bit concerning. I think it's not good. And I was literally given this specific stat, so I can literally mention it on air right now to you. That's ridiculous. 6,000 only. NASCAR comes here in a few weeks, by the way. But yeah, that's wild. 6,000 is just... I mean, I can't... I'm losing my speech now. It's shocking. It's shocking. But yeah, 200,000 was my guess. I thought it was going to be positive. Oh yeah, let's go with 200,000. No, never mind. It's the complete opposite. Am I meant to dance like JB as well, like he did yesterday? Don't know what they're... Don't know why we're coming in with music, Fox. It's like... Okay. I'm gonna mute that. I'm just gonna mute that because I'm not risking copyright right now. I'm not risking that. I don't know what they're doing. Like, am I supposed to... What? Okay. Guys, I'm here trying to do a professional commentary. And what are Fox Sports trying to do? Get me to dance instead. Oh god. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. I mean, that was on longer than yesterday. That was on longer than yesterday. Okay. Chat looks quite lonely, everybody. Come on. Come on, viewers. Make yourself known. Make yourself known. I want to know that I have friends to talk with right now. Okay. Anyway. What's going on at the moment is we're taking a look at a replay of everyone battling down pit road. Oh my god, it got close. It got so close. It got so close down there. As we had different drivers being released, like we had yesterday. I've just seen a message saying that JB systems are causing lag and delayed. Well, I mean, he did tell me that. Oh yeah, I'll come and take over the stream. Well, he'll definitely need to get his systems fixed if he's going to do that. To be fair, I can't talk too much. My Wi-Fi went down. It's right now 1-1. It's right now 1-1. Or actually, I'd say, well, his issue isn't happening on an IndyCar broadcast. So I'll say it's 1-1 because of what happened to his PC yesterday and what has gone on at the start today of this. So I'm just glad we were able to get the start done. I would have been so sad had I literally Just called that starting it. Okay. Nobody even heard it. Brilliant. You'll never be able to hear what I just said. The words I produced. You'll never... It's lost forever. To be fair, you might lose just me here trying to shout who the spinner was. But other than that, I think everything was caught. So, here we go then. Let's go racing once again. Oh, there we go. Now we have people in the track. Mr. Michael saying hi, and Nathan also saying hi as well, saying it's a fast track. It absolutely is. And we're about to hopefully see that in a few moments once again. Loads of drivers are being reported for speeding in the pit lane, I can see. I'll try and get you a whole list. Okay, so it's quite strange what's going on. I'm not surprised people were speeding into the pit lane when it's a whole queue of them, all just trying to get on with it. As you can all tell, we are waiting for the green flag, everybody. And it's coming our way now. Here we go. The NTT INDYCAR Series. About to go green once again. At Iowa Speedway, we're underway. And it's a good launch once more from Alex Palou. Side by side we go. That's Dixon, who is trying to get up the inside. Can they all fight their way through this opening part of this oval? Round the outside goes Joseph Newgarden to take the lead. He's able to drive around the outside, and that's P1 now for Joseph Newgarden. He clears Alex Palou and promotes himself to P1 in the race. Malukas in third, then it's Award, Rosencrest, Dixon, Armstrong. As we make our way on lap number 66, a great move for Newgarden to hit the front. We're side by side. Further back as we race our way through. The Prema trying to get in there. That is Shortman up against Kirkwood as he tried to get past. Still side by side we go. Phenomenal racing. Both Premas are going for it at the moment. Really, really nice to see as we race our way by Callum Eilert round the outside of Rasmussen. He has got the position as Daly gets into sixth ahead of Dixon as well. Dixon with Daly back ahead. Those two are having a great little scrap. It's absolutely feisty stuff here at INDYCAR. Daly tries to get the slingshot and fight back. Tucks in. Now let's see whether we can try get through. Outside, inside, it'll be to the outside line. And Connor Daly is going to be very close to banging wheels. Can he drive the long way round? He can. And Dixon backs out of it. Meanwhile, Rasmussen past Ericsson, who drops down to P17. Here we go. This is the fun that we wanted in INDYCAR. Moves left, right, and centre. To be fair, I think that phrase actually works though, to be fair, because you do have moves on the low line, on the high line, and in the middle. Actually, to be fair, who overtakes in the middle? It's kind of hard to overtake in the middle. I've never described anyone going in the middle. No. Okay, never mind. You can sometimes get moves in the middle if, like, let's say someone's on the absolute high line up against the wall and then you're kind of going through, but you're not on the low line. It's weird. It's weird. Fantastic engine sounds, as I think I've mentioned a few times already. We have Akeem saying, hi, oh look, everyone's turned up now, brilliant. Nathan saying, Malukas is from Chicago, I wonder what part of the city or suburbs. I live in the suburbs of Chicago. Ooh, nice. Nice, nice. Racing our way by. Malukas with 74% hybrid. As we look to see who can make an overtake, who can entertain us on lap number 76, which will soon turn to lap number 77, as you would expect. Rasmussen getting closer and closer, as well as he tries to turn 16th into 15th. Malukas trying to turn 3rd into 2nd. Palou and Malukas not separated by anything. Right now, Palou and Newgarden not separated by anything. Round the outside we go. And that is a move complete. So, we just had a move out there on the circuit. As Ferrucci drops down. So Ferrucci loses a place and up goes Christian Rasmussen. They continue to make their way through. A very interesting, fast circuit. Full alert. These drivers have to be on. Full attack these drivers have to be on. Because it can be a situation of pass or be passed. It's not as simple as the map may show you. The amount these drivers have to give. The amazing overtaking. That's also brave. And the risk these drivers take. Where it sometimes can. Sometimes it can be 50-50. Whether you're getting ahead or you're in the wall. And usually when you are in the wall, it's in a big way. And your immediate hope is that no one, the upcoming field, don't end up hitting you. .82 out of 275. Newgarden trying his absolute best to end with a result to remember. Joseph Newgarden chasing his first victory of the season. Is Joseph Newgarden. So there we go. Fox heading to an ad break. You can tell it's not the most exciting part of the race in terms of after that safety car restart, which is why we're all having a little bit of fun. But don't worry, I'm keeping an eye. I'm keeping you guys updated. We'll only start a singing and dancing contest if we head over to another caution. Do not worry. Right. Deep breath. Let's continue on with this race, shall we? Is that part of the race where, you know, as I described at the start, it's kind of that lull period, if you get what I mean. That's at the front, though. Not everywhere. Because meanwhile, here comes Robert Shortman. On, I think that's Marcus Ericsson just ahead. It looks like it is. Could be a fascinating battle. Could be a fantastic overtake in a few moments' time. Sad though to see this place so empty. Really, really sad. Such a good motor race. I'd say you get a lot of value. Now, of course, I haven't really gone to like a short circuit, but I'd assume when you're sitting at a short circuit, the field comes around more and more and more and more. So you actually get to see them, and you can kind of hear them, and you can kind of see them in the distance. You can basically nearly see, you see a lot of the race. Where that's not usually the case on a road course. Where, you know, you have to wait so long for them to come and then, you know, that type of thing. But they're constantly going by you. And at the same time, as well, you have the situation where you can actually see a lot going on. Because it's an oval. Now, of course, any fans who have actually been to an oval, and a short oval in specific, let me know. Let me know your thoughts, or whether that's just me assuming stuff. Which, you know, definitely it could be. Okay, here we go. Alex Palou overtaking some traffic. That was backing Newgarden and Palou up. I've already mentioned it, but a reminder to you, no blue flags in the NTT INDYCAR series. Meaning you've got to do the work, just like it's any other position. Of course, if the driver ahead is very kind and is like, not worth my time, might let you through. But no one gets fully out of the throttle here on a speedway. They're not gonna completely ruin their race to let you by, unless maybe they're your teammate, but you know, that's how that works. We're about to get to 100 laps, everybody. About to eat 100? Never mind. Lap 100. Guys, is the last thing I'm doing on this weekend. Okay? You know. It's been a busy weekend, it's been a busy few weeks. Not just I mean, you've seen a lot of me on INDYCAR, which, apologies for that, apologies. I know you're all very bored. And I'm like, when are we gonna get some expert? But you know, I'm just having to be here, guys. I'm just here. Doing my best to keep you entertained. Trying to call you the action in the exciting moments, but keep you entertained like a normal person in the rest. But yeah. I've been doing a lot in terms of the F1 feeder series side, and to be fair, F1 as well, and a lot of other stuff. Streaming quite a few sessions. Don't worry. Even though hopefully it's a good thing if you don't see me in a race for a while, but you know, I'll still probably do the occasional practice or two. So don't worry, you're not going to completely get rid of me. So yeah. It's been fun though. It's been fun. In the meantime, I guess as nothing's going on, I may as well just talk a bit of my life. What's been going on? I've been getting on with my F2. I've been getting on with an F2 project, where I'm just getting I'm getting like a whole spreadsheet sorted out. So ever since the championship began in 2017, which I'm lucky in terms of that it only began in 2017. So everything, every stat, every result, even practice results are all available for you. So I'm creating a whole series database, all of the stats, all of the stuff, to better help you on the F2 JBMotorsports broadcast. I'll probably do the same with F3, but of course these things take time. So yeah, spreading it out. I had the Italian F4 race earlier this morning. Now, I guess it's time for a bit of free promotion, which, you know, Italian F4, JBMotorsports 2, the second channel that we have as well. You can go over there and you can watch a bit of Italian F4. I cover that series on JBMotorsports alongside some other people when they are available. And the reason why I'm promoting that series out of everything we do is because, well, you have Seb Weldon in there. Sebastian Weldon, who is son of Dan Weldon. I honestly, the weirdest thing happened this morning. I didn't watch racing when the tragic accident happened for Dan Weldon. I didn't really know much about him. Of course, I've learned over the years. You know, I have learned, but I randomly in the commentary accidentally said Dan Weldon, and I'm like, well, I never commentated on him. I rarely have ever mentioned his name. Of course, I mentioned him all this year. I've mentioned it this year. But, you know, I still managed to get Dan Weldon out instead of Seb Weldon. Of course, corrected myself a few moments later, but yeah. His son is in that championship, Sebastian Weldon, who's actually quite a good driver. I'd say on a ranking, he would be, I think, the second best driver of the season so far. We've got this really good guy called Kei Nakamura. He's just so good, so quick. But Weldon's been giving him a fight, and he's his nearest title contender. Now, he's not had any pace in the race this weekend, has Sebastian Weldon, unfortunately. But he's a driver who's constantly fighting for wins when it's come to other rounds, so he's really one to watch. He is really one to watch, everybody. So please come and join us over on Italian F4. It's that type of thing which you can just leave in the background. I know that, you know, the races are quite early, so you can always watch it on catch up. You can always just go to the JBMotorsports 2 channel and just put it on in the background while you have your morning breakfast. Sometimes, I mean, yesterday the race was at 5 PM UK time, which is about 2 hours ago from this point right now. For all of the American viewers, just so, I mean, I'm not good at time zones, so I don't have anyone good to convert them right now. I mean, I could let you guys convert it, if anyone doesn't want to convert it. Well, to be fair, you don't even need to convert it. You just need to look 2 hours before this current time right now. As to when it started, race number 2 yesterday. Anyway, well, that's enough about Italian F1 promotion. Of course, guys, I'm coming. I'm going to promote where to find my commentary. Okay, anyway. Back to what I've been actually told to do, which is commentate on an IndyCar race. Newgarden leads the way. Alex Palou's in second. David Malukas is in third. We are on lap 109 out of 275. As per normal, going quickly, isn't it? Okay, let's go back to the chat. So, we can actually have some good opinions and analysis coming our way, rather than me rambling on. Right. The race is going quickly even with 2 cautions. Absolutely, we mentioned this yesterday. That I'm solo, I'm alone for this. But it's a quick race. I've not run out of things to say yet. I'm just waffling. I have watched both IndyCar and NASCAR since the 1980s. It's interesting to see both have both. Yeah, absolutely. It's really interesting, and even before I've come over to JBMotorsports to cover it, it's always that thing where, yeah, I'm not deeply into it. I'm not like that into it before I started covering on JBMotorsports. But as a fan, you do your F1, F2, F3, W Series at the time it was. You watch a bit of Porsche 2 pickup as well. And then, at the end of the day, nothing else to do. You put on IndyCar. With it being on Sky F1, it was just, you know, put it on. You see it's there. And you watch it. So, yeah. It's that type of thing where it's really nice to see how it's grown. And NASCAR as well. My social media is half the time filled with it, even though I don't really look at its content, so... you know. But however, I have been watching a few NASCAR races lately, but... NASCAR is kind of like the podcast we describe it, so we kind of have a bit of a podcast there. Well, yeah, we call the action, but we're just joking half the time, doing cautions and ridiculous stuff that's happening, and ad breaks and all stuff. So I usually jump in the pit lane and yap along with the team. As well, that's coming your way later on, is the NASCAR race. Where else are we? Watched the... we're 2 seconds, okay. Watched the one and only IndyCar race at Charlotte that killed fans. They were going so fast around that 1.5 mile track. Yeah, it's so rapid. So rapid. And yeah, they are really... it's really... around a short circuit and the speed these IndyCars have, it's ridiculous. It's quite wild. Nathan saying my favourite IndyCar drivers of the past are Michael Andretti, and then Unser Jr. and Booby Rahal. Nice. As Malukas up the inside line, battling with Alex Palou, and Malukas will take the position. Palou doesn't want to give it up. They're side by side as we make our way through corner after corner. Resistance is complete and achieved for Palou. He maintains second place. Wow. There's a moment where you're like, oh, I've got to do work now. Oh, look. But yeah, as you mentioned, Michael Andretti. I believe Sebastian Molden is an Andretti Jr. He's got that sponsorship to the side. Here comes Malukas. With the inside line, it's wheel to wheel. Can Malukas finally take the place? Does Palou have an answer? He's giving it his all. He's so tight to the wall. He's fighting back. It's side by side. Still between the pair of them. Palou's not going to drive around the outside to maintain his position, is he? He's still keeping his foot in. Malukas had second, only for a moment. They are still neck and neck, side by side, at major speed. Palou hangs on round the outside as they approach lap traffic. I thought he got second on about a few occasions there, but Palou hangs on somehow. He hangs on. Remarkable. Might be the best battle I've covered as a lead commentator so far in IndyCar over the last few weeks I've done. That was phenomenal. We were discussing a few moments ago about the speed around these ovals, and the two of them to go side by side for so long. Masterclass. Fair play, Alex Palou. Fair play, David Malukas. Wow. Wow. Let me know your thoughts on that battle. No clue how Alex Palou managed to defend that, everybody. But as we mentioned, we come into this and be like, okay, how is Palou going to do that? How is Palou going to do this? And then he does it. I don't have words. I'm sorry, but I don't. A commentator is meant to describe you stuff, but sorry. I can't comprehend how good, how talented. And I know we found out he's human last week, but I just started thinking, oh yeah, surely he's not. Oh god. Okay, deep breath, because we're about to continue this battle. Here we go with Malukas, down the inside again. He's side by side with Alex Palou, and this time Malukas inches ahead. But sometimes, and most times, we've seen Palou fight back. Is it the case again? He's round the outside and Palou hangs on to it. He uses the slingshot from defending to get past lap traffic as well. What a battle! What a battle! Remarkable stuff. At such high speed they go. And somehow they keep it together. Somehow they're still pointing in the right direction. Palou is just so good in the high line. For anyone wondering, for anyone who wants to know, I'm right now in complete hot. I've got no AC and I've got no fan, even though it's 27 degrees. I have got a fan. As Matthew Owens was learning earlier on in the Wimbledon coverage, we don't get ACs built into our houses, unfortunately. So we have to live without them. I'm having to live without a fan as well, for the moment, because it will make too much noise, and the fan's located right there, so it's going to come directly here to my face, which is going to come directly into the microphone. Meaning, you know what's going to happen? Caution! The caution is out, and off the road we go with Marcus Ericsson. It was all going calm till that moment arrives. The full caution is out. Wow. In came Joseph Newgarden. Came in, by the way, at that moment. Could that hurt Newgarden? Could that hurt Newgarden? Hold on. Is this the moment that it hurts Newgarden? Ericsson went off. AMR safety crew immediately there to check up on Marcus Ericsson. Let's take a look at a replay. What happened to Mr. Marcus Ericsson? Goes off. We'll need a better camera angle to see. Let's listen in. Skates out wide. Completely loses it. Can't do anything. He's a passenger from that point. And it just goes on and on and on and on until he finds the safety barrier. And then that's him done from this race. Our third caution of the day, everybody. Nathan saying the passing has been great. Let us know your thoughts, everybody, on that moment for Ericsson and any other IndyCar thoughts. Because you know I'm just going to continue yapping on, so you may as well provide us with some knowledge. What is that? Was that a tyre failure? I wonder. I thought that was a... It may have been. I'll let you guys judge that one. Because honestly, I'm only 15, everybody. I've only watched a few years of IndyCar. And not like every single round completely. I've watched highlights for most rounds. So, please let me know. As I can very much see in the chat we've got some experience. Very experienced. Where literally my knowledge is on the floor. Your one is all the way up on the roof. It's unbelievable. So yeah, for more experienced people, you know, feel free to shut me up with some good knowledge. Okay, and we come. In we come. Let's get going with the pit stop phase. In comes Malukas. Where is Palo going to be in comparison? Let's find out. Okay, big moment this. Big moment this. We're looking at Palo. We're looking at Malukas. Palo out ahead. It's side by side. Side by side there. And are we about to see a bit of a switch come in? So, it's really tight. So, okay, we're going to have Palo, Malukas, Award. That's your top three. As well, we get ready for another ad break by Fox. That's brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely fantastic, isn't it? So, behind the caution then. Let's hope this race continues to go by fast. Let's hope and pray it does. What an NTT IndyCar race has been so far. So I've just checked. I have 50. So I'm, by the way, recording, as I'm going to point to it right now. I'm basically recording a little video for my social media, where, you know, we have a 1 minute like time thing where you like speed it around 47 times to get it to 1 minute, and it's like you just running around and like you broadcasting, but then it's all just condensed into 1 minute like a comcam. Which I uploaded mine from British F4, but I've just noticed I have 53 minutes maximum time for my phone storage. Right now we're at 48. In terms of what my storage will allow, we are only able to do 53 minutes. But I am currently at 48 minutes already past, so there's only a few minutes left of this comcam. I don't know whether I need to whether I should start another one or what to do with that. Don't know. I'd have to clear some storage very quick. But then I need to save this part as well, if you get what I mean. So it's like, ugh. So anyway, going back to the race, I'm just trying to take a look. Has Joseph Newgarden lost the lap? It's a mess in the pit lane. Once again, as per normal. Newgarden. Yeah. Well, that is unfortunate timing. That not unfortunate. That's terrible timing. There's no other words to describe it. That's terrible timing there. That's atrocious. I don't have any other words. It's atrocious timing. As surely that's gonna be Fox returning. Are we gonna get any music again? Oh, here we go. Don't go on for too long. Yeah, please don't go on for too long. Okay. Thank you very much. That's getting muted. Oh god. I don't know how much fun I'm allowed to have. I know I'm having fun on here, but you know. At the end of the day, I know the only reason I'm letting it even run for a few seconds is because JB did it yesterday. So, but I have no clue in terms of what music works, what is not allowed, what is allowed. It's like, what do we do? Anyway, we're getting all set and ready. Okay, here we go then. Who's ready for another restart? Alex Palou, leader once again. Will Malukas now continue his fight with him? Let's find out as we're about to go racing in IndyCar once more. They arrive. There goes the green flag. We are go once again with a great start from Alex Palou. We are side by side immediately as we make our way through further back. 3 wide in the mid-pack. Do they all make that work? A Prema car was involved. That's Ilot, who was trying to make his way through Connor Daly. Closing in on Rosenquist. Rossi closing in on Armstrong. Daly goes low. Up the inside goes Connor Daly. And he moves up to 4th place in the race. Malukas is getting closer and closer to Palou. Rosenquist makes his way through. Ferrucci drops behind Rahal. Mighty stuff on the restart there. Oh, contact, contact! Contact in the mid-pack there. Someone went sideways momentarily in terms of they lost the car, had a big wiggle as they were making their way through. Think everything's okay. Don't do that again, don't freeze on me like that. That scared me for a second. I think that was Colton Herta who had contact there. It was Herta battling with Rossi. Or him trying to defend as well from Rasmussen, rather. Him trying to defend from Rasmussen it was. Oh my word! They went right to the wall and then some. God. And I think that's side by side on live pictures as well. We look to them right now and we wait to see whether there's going to be any chance to say something special. Does anyone have anything to give at the moment? Newgarden trying to get closer and closer. He's trying to get the drag. Trying to recover as he tries to get past Herta. Here comes Newgarden. Can he just pull himself into Herta? That's what he'll be trying to do. As I've got about 20 seconds remaining on the recording. Calamolo has a penalty, everybody. Kramer man with a time penalty. We make our way through. Oh. We've reached our maximum recording time. I'm able to continue another video. We have 7 minutes and 32 seconds, okay. Lovely. Nice. We have more time. We're not done yet. By the way, if anyone's just joining us now, that's my recording I'm doing for my social media of having my comms cam there. Side by side, there goes Newgarden down the inside. Place gained for Mr. Joseph Newgarden. Up to 10th he goes, down goes Colton Herta. So Herta sent backwards, up goes Newgarden. 154 out of 275. Let's see whether there's anything in the chat as of yet. Nothing. Guys, don't quiet down. Come on, keep it coming, keep it coming. Always great to hear from you. As Palou closes in on traffic. Let me just explain to you. What would be amazing is if Alex Palou and Malukas now do battle, but it's side by side for the win. Just imagine. Imagine. Whoever's calling the end of this race, whether it's myself or Joshua Birch, will be jumping up and down and up and down if that's the battle. Ooh. So excited. I'm so hot. So hot. Hot. It's really hot, guys. Yeah. Right. You can tell I'm alone, and it's been, what? 1 hour 20 minutes since we've been on air? Probably 1 hour 25. Something stupid like that. And of course the 20-minute beforehand as well. The 20-minute before. The prep. Where you just need to turn the fan off. It's like, okay, I'll probably forget to do it later. And I'll come on air and it will sound like... What's the example to use? Like... What, I'm hoovering the microphone? Just trying to remove all the dust? Dunno. My brain's melting at this point, guys. That's what the heat is doing, it's melting my brain. Windows might be open. That's not doing anything. It's 27. It's hot, guys. It's hot. I'll happily accept air conditioning, but yeah, we don't have that in UK houses, unfortunately. Unlike all of the, well, most people, I'd assume. Okay, Rasmussen trying to take the place from Rossi. So many battles going on as we go side by side. Phenomenal racing so far. As we look to see who's going to pounce. Rasmussen and Newgarden are close. Rasmussen gets the slingshot as he tries to close in on Rossi. Rasmussen's there. Rossi's ahead. Rossi makes his way through ahead still for the moment. Lap 163 out of 275. Eighth, ninth, they are battling for, and Newgarden's like, yeah guys, keep going, hurry up. Oh, the timing of the caution playing such a bad part. As Fox head over to another ad break. And in comes the lovely Tom Gamel to fill the time. If you're on JBMotorsports, you've got myself still. No, honestly, I do feel bad because there's no other voice on this broadcast, and also at the same time, I've not got anyone alongside me. So it's like you just hear me, just me, and the sounds of engines. We might get someone on. Maybe JB comes at the end of this broadcast. Who knows? That all depends on when Wimbledon ends. As we make our way through. How is this race gonna play out is my question. How is it all gonna work? Are we going to be seeing, by the end of this, a dramatic moment, or a moment to remember? I think it's been dramatic. I'll definitely take the Malukas and Polo battle, not just from this race, but I think from the INDYCAR season that I've covered so far. Which, remember, I'm sure Joshua Birch has other moments, but I've loved that fight. I don't cover oval racing either very much often, so probably the second time I'm covering an oval race. So it's like, you know, it might be the second time ever I've covered an oval race, which I know sounds ridiculous, but it might be the case. But actually, I've done the Indy 500, but don't include that. So I just find, but literally all I know is the speed is immense, and it scares me how close the drivers get, and that's what made those battles remarkable. And the way Palo was able to, you know, Malukas gets ahead, he gets nearly a full car length ahead. He gets basically a full car length ahead, and then you find yourself with Palo like here in comparison. So like basically if I shift over, it's like that. And he still manages to drive all the way around the outside and take the position and maintain it. I'm like, how? Like, in what world are you so tied to the wall and you're just able to, like, goodbye, get the power down, off he goes. He's off to maintain the place. It's what usually happens. Okay, we're in the deep breath moment of the race, where everyone just calms down a little bit and we wait and see. What else does this race have to give? Has Fox returned? Because we're about to get 100 to go. It's 175 out of 275. 100 laps to go here at the Iowa Speedway for race 2. No fancy music, guys? No fancy music this time? When I'm actually trying to do something? Wow. Well, I see how it is. I see how it is. No, but I was like, okay, perfect opportunity to actually like do like a little thing with the with a bit of music. Make it a little bit dramatic. No, we're not getting that. Oh, round we go! We heard it first! Hard into the wall goes the Prema! And the race was calming down until that moment. Callum Ilott, hard into the wall. And that is a big moment for him. As I mentioned, we heard it and then we saw it. And that is going to be a moment where we hope the driver is okay. It looks like he's moving. The AMR safety crew, as we mentioned, are already on the scene. Wow. We heard it in the background. That's the moment where I love track audio, everybody. He lost it. Went round. I heard the tyre screeching. You guys would have heard that over my commentary as well. Wow. We were talking about the risk and everything that comes with that. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's the type of things that can happen. Full course yellow is out. Hurts, doesn't it? Something you just don't want to see happening there. Immediate thoughts goes to the drivers, but luckily we were able to see him get out of the car and walk away with that one. My phone's really getting hot, so I'm also going to let it take a deep breath as well. Just as we do as well. Nathan saying, being an auto racer is one of the most dangerous professions. Yeah, absolutely. Could not agree more. Well, with less than 100 to go now, I'd love if everyone can flood their thoughts in our chat. Let me know in terms of any drivers doing well, anything that's going on. Is that going to be Alex Pello coming into the pit lane? I wonder. Looks like they're preparing down there for Alex Pello. Whether he does come in, don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. I'll find out when you do. For now, we drive behind the safety car. Joseph Newgarden on the radio. If anyone got to hear that, let me know what it actually said. As they make their way through, and Newgarden is going to look to try and pounce and try go on the attack. We look to another shot of the crew down there, and we're like, okay, here we go. Coming in, nope. They're getting me excited. It's like we're expecting him to come in, but no. It's formation flying, everybody. Formation flying. Right, let's run you through the order then. Let's go to battle screen and run you through the order. Because that's what we love doing. So, Alex Pello leads, Malukas is in second, Awards in third, Connor Daly's in fourth, Felix Rosenquist is in fifth, Armstrong's in sixth, Dixon's in seventh, Rossi's in eighth, Rasmussen's in ninth, and Joseph Newgarden is in 10th, Hurt is in 11th, Lundgaard's in 12th, Ferrucci's in 13th, Ray Hall is in 14th, if I can get my words out, Kirkwood is in 15th, Schwartzman is in 16th, Venus Vika is 17th, Louis Foster in 18th, Jacob Abel 19th, and Kiffin Simpson is in 20th. Ilott is a retirement along with Ericsson, Stingray Rob, Will Power, Devil and DiFrancesco, Scott McLaughlin. It's saying that Nolan Siegel's running, but what he is running is the INDYCAR stream right now, because he's watching with the rest of us, everybody. Oh, There we go. Momentarily disappeared, didn't it? Just to answer the question in the chat, who caused the caution? It was Callum Arlo, unfortunately, in the Prema, who went round, hit the wall. He finds himself now with a disappointing sight of being out of the race as Callum Arlo. They're really teasing us. They keep looking down in the pit lane, guys. Stop. Stop looking at the pit lane. You're just making me think that, oh, it's coming in. Alex Pellet's going to come in. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now people are coming in. You can see our thing is going crazy, everybody. That indicates people are coming. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Here we go. The whole field. Oh, I'm going to have to comment on the race in a few moments. So, Malukas into the pit box. This is wild. Okay, here we go. Malukas' tyres go on. This is critical. This is critical. They all came in nose to tail. Who exits ahead? Award, P3. It's all down to the teams. It's all down to the crew. What is it like for Pelot? Here comes Malukas. Here comes Malukas. He can't get there. It's 3 wide further back as we get ready. Who is going to be leaving in front? It's 3 wide as I mentioned. Who's going to get the place? They'll all be desperate to get there. So, Kirkwood didn't pit. He's ahead of all of them. Pelot's in second. Then it's Malukas. And then Connor Daly's in fourth. Award's in fifth. Armstrong in sixth. Dixon in seventh. Newgarden in eighth. Rasmussen in ninth. And Colton Hertz completes your top 10. There we go. Oh, God. Pit lane race. I honestly, the pit lane's so wide that it's like, it is actually a race. You're going 3 wide. You're never going to get to see that at Formula 1 or anything. I've never seen a caution be more exciting. I don't think I've ever raised my voice this much unless someone crashed under a safety car or got a major penalty or something. I don't think I've ever shouted that much on a caution. It's like, oh, who's gonna exit ahead? Oh, this is so critical. Life defining, race defining, whatever you want to call it. Life defining. Well, I mean, considering how harsh teams can be, it is life defining. Especially if you are McLaren. And you like sacking drivers on the evidence of last year. So, yeah. Your paychecks live on this. There we go. So. I'd love to know everyone's thoughts on ILOT's season. I'd love to know. I know Prema as a whole have been, you know, bar that Indy 500 quali. Of course, bar that. But to be fair, that performance on its own could literally drag Prema's season literally from down here to all the way up there. But still, it's not been, you know, ideal across the entire season. If we just pretend that Indy 500, which to be fair, you know, we saw what happened in the race anyway for Prema, but the qualifying was just remarkable. But well, what do we call it now, if I can get my words out? The performance this season, you know, coming over F2, F3, feeder series, from Europe, coming out here, it's not been the absolute best, has it? Overall, and ILOT definitely not having the best this season. I think last season he was quite better as well with his rookie season he had there. So yeah, I'd love to know everyone's thoughts in terms of overall, whether what people think and how everyone finds different moments as they make their way through. So Dixon, can he go on the charge? The driver in 7th place in the motor race. We are motor racing, everybody, if you didn't know. The way I said it may seem like you may not know. Okay, let us know your thoughts in the live chat. As you can tell, I love hearing from you. But that's what happens when I'm solo for an entire IndyCar broadcast. I want to hear your thoughts. I want someone to talk to, everybody. Brings me with absolute joy when someone pops in the chat, especially doing a caution where it's like, okay, I've got to just fill time, talk. Right, Kirkwood at the front, Pelot in second, Malukas in third. Kirkwood, of course, not coming into the pits at that moment. They make their way through. So we've had 3 lead changes, we've had 3 different race leaders, and we've had, well, I mean, we know we've not had 0 on-track passes, everybody. I'm sure if we've had 3 lead changes, then I'm gonna refresh that graphic to see if that starts working. Really, 3 lead changes but 0 on-track passes. It's still saying 0, isn't it? It still is. Oh god. If anyone comes in and just looks at that graphic and they're like, how bad was this race? Anyway, it's been a good race and let's continue it now. Here we go. About to go. INDYCAR racing once again. Kirkwood brings them out of the final corner. The green flag flies once again. We're underway and David Malukas has got a chance to now an attack. Alex Palou, this is critical. Palou charges round the outside of Kirkwood meanwhile to surely get himself into P1. It's still side by side between two of our race winners this season. Two of the main drivers this season. I think it is fair to say it's neck and neck between the two of them. As we continue to make our way through, Palou still trying to go the long way round. Kirkwood, who did not come in, was he able to get there? We jump on board with other drivers, but they're still side by side. Palou is still going for it. He's still making his way through and he's finally inching ahead. And Kirkwood, does he have to go to the wheel tracks? He's still got the inside. Malukas will be saying more of this. Palou gets to the lead. Malukas is going to get a chance to take second in a few moments' time. I think 100%. What will Malukas be able to do? There he is. Around the outside he goes. It's a move he needed to make and he does make it. He does get through. And now he will chase after Alex Palou and continue the battle that they had a few moments ago. Side by side we go and losing a place there is Ferrucci. Herta gets up to 9th position. It's side by side ahead. And that is Connor Daly getting ahead and going to 3rd. Does Malukas have a run? Does Malukas have a chance to do something? Is my question, everybody. To the inside we go. Award up to P5. I want to see Malukas though. I want to see whether he has a run, whether he has a shot. Palou, the master of that going to that high line. He just finds grip, doesn't he? Nathan saying, I love the Indianapolis 500 this year. We saw history. We did. The Indy 500 was quite the motor race. We take a look at some replays of what we've seen. This was Dixon trying to fight her way through. Back to the inside. Oh my word, there was contact. And Dixon lost a couple of positions. That was really, really tight stuff. That was Armstrong who he was battling with, I think. Over the line we go once again for another lap. Lap 200 is the call. 75 to go. They make their way through. Major speed at the moment. Palou with Malukas getting closer and closer and closer. This is the battle that we want. We want battles for the win. We want battle for the leads. And we're going to get that. Does Malukas have anything to pounce? The hybrid is vital. There is no push to pass in this specific motor race. It's lap number 201 out of 275. This is ticking by. This is going at a rapid rate. This is phenomenal to watch and see. Laps led. Palou's led 128. Newgarden's led 64. Kirkwood has led 9. Most of Kirkwood's. He led about a lap, I'd say. If that even. Under green flag. Most of it was behind caution. But Malukas. I just combined Malukas and Palou. Nice, nice. New names being created, everybody. Can Malukas add himself to the list and make it 4 different race leaders? That'll be the aim. That'll be the goal for Malukas, who makes his way through. The driver who was challenging for second place so much earlier on. He learnt that it wasn't going to be that easy to overtake the driver that is Alex Palou. The master, we're calling him, of that high line. You can have anyone on the inside, you can have anyone squeezing you, but Palou finds the momentum. It's a line that Palou uses and he excels at. It's remarkable to watch every time he runs side by side with another car. We take a look at contact. I think that was Ferrucci up against Herter, I think. Oh, that was really tight. Oh, came to blows there. As we went into the wall. 3/10. Palou running slightly wide. Malukas has a chance. Here comes Malukas for the lead of the race. He has a look down the inside, but he can't do it. Palou hangs on with the high line. I thought that was going to be the first proper chance. It was the first proper chance, but it was a chance that wasn't successful. Does Malukas go for it again? Here we go. Lap traffic coming up. Palou has to try overtake, so does Malukas without losing too much time. Palou, I think, went slightly wide, which is why Malukas had the chance in the first place. Malukas has taken the place as well. Where you pass the traffic sometimes is the key leading factor. You just know that Palou's going to drive around the outside. You just know Malukas is going to go down the inside. Palou has a look. Oh, he has to back out of that one. He now goes down the inside. Doesn't get much fight though, luckily. As now, Malukas actually gets stuck in behind. He now goes down low up the inside. Gap goes down to 7/10. Compared to the usual closeness of 3 and 2/10 that it's been for so long. Oh, got a bit of music. Here we go. Oh, there we go. As Fox went off for an ad break, and we say hello to Tom Gable. Not with audio, but you know, just feel that he's commentating, guys. Just get that in your head. Right, we've had 4 cautions, we've had 3 leaders, we've had 4 lead changes, we have 20 out of 27 cars leading, and we've had an average speed of 134. That's the stats as well for this race. Malukas. Oh, sometimes it's so annoying when you just can't get past the traffic and sometimes it hurts you. My question is, does Malukas leave it all till the end, or does he try something extraordinary? Does he try make the move nice and early? Let me know your thoughts on what you think and what you believe is the approach that should be taken by the man running in second place, trying to make it 3 different winners in 3 races in the NTT IndyCar Series. We've only had 4 of them this year. Newgarden's moved up. He's in 4th. And well, technically it would actually be 4 if we actually think about it. Or would actually even be 5 actually. Because of course Gateway went to Kirkwood. So we have Kirkwood, Palou, Dixon. And then we would have Pato Award. And then we would have Malukas if he's able to get there. So 5 in terms of that. 3 in terms of the different winners. Where we've had a different winner in each one of them. In terms of across this season where we've not had a repeat winner across 3 rounds. I think is the way I'm trying to describe that one. But it's 5 different winners in 5 races if that was to be the case. That's remarkable. Kirkwood, Palou, Dixon, Award, and possibly Malukas. Newgarden to P3. He gets past Connor Daly. Award's there to try capitalise as well. Is the McLaren driver. As we look back to the sight of Malukas chasing, trying to power his way up against Palou. Here comes Newgarden. And he's just getting past some traffic there. Getting past one bit of traffic, getting past 2 bits of traffic. I think your summary for that one is he's getting past traffic. As we make our way through it. There's track audio momentarily going there because Fox came back. Malukas is now 1.1 second back, so clearly the traffic not going in his favour that time around. Newgarden up to third though, wow. Phenomenal. Incredible. We make our way through. Awards getting close to Connor Daly. What are they all going to be able to do in a couple of moments' time? Round the outside there. There's Award getting past a bit of traffic, and our Award turns his sight. He turns his attention to Connor Daly ahead. As we turn our attention, if you are synced up with us, to our race leader, who's gained a place since the restart. Newgarden's gained 5 since the restart. I think it's very clear who went on the attack and then some. On that start and restart. Still we run wheel to wheel. Award's waiting for a chance. He goes and dances around the outside of more lap traffic. Now can he dance his way up to 4th position will be the question. We're basically cutting to drivers and cars. Gaining positions, losing positions is Kirkwood. Because he's come into the pit lane there, as you can see. So he's come into the pit lane, all's okay. All's okay, luckily. All is okay. Nathan saying it's anyone's race to win. Those are my favourite kind of races to watch. Yeah, absolutely. You just don't want to know who's going to win it. It's remarkable when you just don't. And when you have no clue. Will it be Palou? Will it be Malukas? Will it be Newgarden? Who's it going to be? You just don't know, and we're running out of time. We will find out eventually, everybody. Well, Alex Palou will be trying to come back after what took place 1 week ago. And for all of the talk about him maybe not being as strong on short ovals, well, just look at what he's doing. Just look at what he is coming up with. Fair play to Malukas as well. He has made this race very interesting. The driver who came into this weekend with the best result of 7th. What a moment it could be for Malukas to win. Fantastic sounds as they fight their way by. I've actually got a proper shirt on in commentary for once. Not always the case. As Palou has to back out of it. And Malukas is getting closer and closer. You've got lap traffic everywhere that they're trying to overtake. Oh my word! Malukas nearly hit the back of one of the lap cars there. And he was trying to find a way by, and now you've got Newgarden arriving on the scene. That was so nearly contact. I don't know whether it was the camera angle that made it look so dramatic, but Newgarden's there now. Newgarden trying to reinstate himself back at the front of this one. Has Malukas ahead. And then it'll only be Alex Palou. They make their way through. This is phenomenal. Absolutely incredible stuff. What a race. What a race it's been. What a race it's turning into. It has been quite fascinating, and Newgarden's in second. Newgarden's up to second place. He's been able to get by. Wow. Newgarden's up to second place and has a chance to go for the lead. He's only 3/10 away. He has fought back and then some. Wow. Remarkable stuff from Newgarden. Is he going to pass? What's he going to do next? He's arriving on the scene. And now, possibly pulling out. No, not yet. Not yet. Could this be the deciding moment of this race? You've got lapped cars, you've got traffic everywhere, you've got Palou having to back out of it. And in the middle of that, you've got a fight between two titans. You've got Newgarden closing in, going to the inside there. It's side by side for the lead. Palou keeps his foot in, it's wheel to wheel, and Newgarden takes it. Newgarden hits the front of the field and takes the lead. And he's going to become another race leader. Malukas moves on to second place as Palou was washed out wide. What a few couple of moments that was. Malukas back into second after losing that position momentarily, and it's Palou who goes from first down to P3. Some motor race, 242 of 275. Oh, wow, it's turning out to be quite the day.
Say hello.
Hello, JB.
Hello. Well, what a cracking race you're having out here today. I've got coming and watch to see your bit of water. Switch lows back as I come in and it's side by side to the lead. What a run from Newgarden. That was amazing. How's it been?
Well, it's been very good. It's been very good. It's been very action-packed. It's been that type of exciting race, and I'm really happy it has been, as we're trying to get to 5 different winners in 5 races, which is quite crazy, considering this INDYCAR season.
Yeah, considering Palou dominated and Kirkwood did 5 from 5, it's fantastic. And look at that. How many cautions, restarts, delays? You've been having absolutely madness out here.
Yeah. How was the tennis?
Cracking game. Really enjoyed it, and I'm really glad that this has worked out for you as well. You've had an exciting race. I think that's the best way around it as well. Great viewers as well. I'm glad we did it. And now we're going to report to you at the end of this and see what's going to happen as well. And I'm really glad to see that Newgarden, he likes Iowa so much, now he's got a chance to win it.
Yeah, it's brilliant to see Newgarden up there. We mentioned how the traffic would play a major part, and it did, as Newgarden found himself dropping down momentarily with, of course, the early phase of the race, and then all of a sudden he's come back. And this is going to be some win if he's able to get all the way till the end. Lap 247 out of 275. Palou, meanwhile, is Malukas. Malukas has found himself dropping down in the background there momentarily. So he's lost a couple of positions and he's down pit road. That's the reason why. So he is down pit road. It came a little bit late on our timings as well momentarily. But he is down in the pit lane and he's getting those tyres changed right now, JB.
Yep, all 4 tyres, a little bit of fuel, it's a splash and dash, so he's hoping that there's a late caution to try and come through as well. Chevrolet has getting that willpower and issues. It was an engine issue during the race and made the decision to retire the car's precaution to avoid further damage. We'll conduct a full investigation during the week as well before we go racing again and see what we can learn moving forward. So that's why what's happened to willpower, and I believe is that's not Newgarden coming in. Yeah, Newgarden's into the pit lane. So Joseph Newgarden dives in as well. He's alongside Patrick Ward. The number 2 and number 3 in. It's going to be all 4 wheels changed as well. Bit slow on the rear right tyre. Newgarden's going to go now, but he's got held up. That's a poor stop. So look at Pato. He's come out right behind him. Palou is going to have the advantage here as he comes through. He'll pit soon. It's a green flag pit stop and it's a splash and dash.
It absolutely is, and they find themselves returning back onto the racetrack as we see Newgarden trying to get the power down as well, momentarily having a little wiggle, but it's back out there on the circuit now, which is great to be able to see, and back into a bunch of drivers all battling amongst themselves at the moment as Malukas is able to find a way through. Malukas ahead of Newgarden at the moment as well, so Malukas is now ahead of Newgarden, so he went early and it's worked out for him because he's now got the track position, but still a lot to happen, still a lot to change. Newgarden finds himself caution. Caution is out on the circuit. So what has happened here? As we make our way through, we cut to a replay of Newgarden in the pit lane momentarily, but the caution is out.
This is going to work perfectly for those who have already stopped. They'll get track position back to go longer into the race.
Yeah, absolutely. But Malukas.
Turn 3.
Absolutely.
Turn 3, mate.
Right, that's a big moment then. We're going to get to see it in a few moments' time on the pictures, but that's going to be defining. Malukas got out ahead, and there we go. And see Herta coming to the halt, and he's found the wall like we've seen so many drivers do today, and that is going to reset the race, and we're going to go from there now as we take a look at a replay. And is it just going to be him losing it like we've seen many do? And it's been that case across this entire race so far. He's going to go wide and into the wall there.
I wonder if that was a puncture on the front there again that we keep seeing this weekend. But yeah, so he's gone out of it. Pit lane is closed. So now, if anybody wants to make a stop, they're going to lose several positions. Newgarden might have just made the move to the race.
Yeah, absolutely. And same applies to Malukas. Palo's going to might lose out as well here because he's still out there on the circuit. So Palo could find himself in a bit of trouble as well. And well, this has been some day of IndyCar. As I've already mentioned, you have Newgarden, who was hurt by the caution originally. He overtook so many cars to get himself back into position. Might be one of the great wins if Newgarden's able to get there, if I'm honest, if he's able to find his way through. But now everyone is backed up. No one can come in the pit lane due to it being closed. And Palo and all of the drivers in behind, their advantage is gone. So it's basically a race ruiner, JB, for Palo.
Yes, it is, as Palo now is going to be stuck behind. When they go to break, would you like a break? Would you like Tom Gamer? Have you got Tom Gamer's ability?
I've not got Tom Gamer. I've been going ever since the start. So,
my God, mate.
Yeah.
You're right.
I've been yapping on with all of the viewers. So yeah, it's been good to have everyone's company. But yeah, we'll hand over to Tom Gamer for a few moments at a time as Palo comes in.
Yeah, and several come in. Palo's diving down the pit lane. I think that's also Armstrong coming in. I can see Dixon as well. All of the McLaren's also in. The pit road's open very late. This is probably to try and make sure it's not an unfair advantage for those who stopped just before the caution came out. So, Palo is on a curve here. It's a slightly unusual pit stop. He'll change over to all 4 new tyres. New aero screen tear off as well. Short bit of fuel in and away he goes. Behind him, the McLaren comes in as well. He'll change over all 4. There's one new aero screen. Would be a bit longer fuel going in for the McLaren as to further back and to go out. He was behind Dixon.
Yeah, absolutely. We had Scott Dixon who made his way in momentarily as well. And along with that, Lundgaard was also in, as we mentioned, so was Rosencrest Schwartzman, along with Armstrong. So those were all of the drivers who came in as the AMR safety crew get over to work. And JB, have you got Tom Game already?
I have.
Perfect stuff. Let's head down to him now for a few moments.
Well, every time I commentate on Joseph Newgarden when he hits the front, something happens. So thanks to those of you getting in touch and pointing that out. If he didn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck at all. He must have walked under a ladder or hit a flat cat or something along those lines. Because Joseph Newgarden, what does he have to do today to win this race? Well, he can still do it as long as the race runs green, but he's got work to do. You have to feel for David Malukas as well as Connor Daly, but this is going to be a shootout to the checkered flag. And if anything is to be learnt from this, do not try and predict what is going to happen at any stage of an IndyCar race, because it's absolute chaos when you do. And what we've just seen in the last 5 laps is definitely advantage Alex Palou and Chip Ganassi, but they don't have the outright pace of some of the cars that may or may not come through. This IndyCar race has kept everyone on the edge of their seats. Just getting a message from Steve Horsham, and people think oval racing is boring. This race is fantastic. Alice saying 2 races in a row where Tom was on board with Newgarden, and Newgarden has either crashed or it's gone wrong. Tom's bad luck. Nathan Buck saying the same thing whilst on board when you commentate with Newgarden. Something seems to happen to him. 16 to go at Iowa. Alex Palou it is who leads Marcus Armstrong in second, Scott Dixon third, Robert Schwartzman, the lead team Chevy car, the Prema, in fourth.
It is indeed. It is indeed. That is your order at the moment as well. Let us know in the chat about your thoughts heading into the final stages, because we have 15 to go and we are ticking by. It's been a very quick race. It's been a very energetic and exciting race. At the same time, as we just get ready to go back to the greens in a couple of moments' time, as we finish off the repair job going on the circuit. And yeah, the safety crew, absolutely brilliant job as per normal. And to be fair, JB, they've actually needed to do quite a bit today with the amount of incidents and cars we've had going into the wall. I think we've not got JB for a moment there.
Sorry, my microphone wasn't on for some reason. I think its power's dying. Yes, what a fantastic run. 15 to go. I don't know what's going to happen next, to be honest with you. No, there we go. Just making sure it's all good on the streams as well. I want to say, by the way, what a commentary you've done, my friend, and what a weekend. I want to say publicly and on air, if it wasn't for Josh Turner and Omi over the last couple of weeks, none of this would have been possible. They have been above and beyond. And I want to throw in also, but I don't really have to, but Megan as well, doing the MotoGP, has been above and beyond. So, and also, it's just, we're looking forward to a break coming up.
Yeah, we are in the summer period. We have a few weeks of Formula 1, but then we're back to it. And then we actually head into the actual summer break. And that's where we're all just trying to find some time to just get off a bit of motorsport for a while, because there's so much going on. And well, these races demand quite a bit as well, considering how exciting some of them can be. They really do demand quite a bit. It's been a lot of fun, but there's been so much action to try and keep on top of. We've got 13 to go, so we're just currently waiting for the green. But when we do go to green, we've learned, JB, that it all just happens so quickly and the race is over in a flash.
Well, I remember yesterday when we had a red flag around about this time and all had to... I don't know where that's coming from. Yeah, when we had a red flag yesterday at the same time, and we had to go again, and we're keeping our fingers crossed. It's going to be quite a good run around, actually, to see what's happened. But Palo's in the best advantage now. Newgarden actually got more damage from that caution than we thought. Now down in 9th place, it's Palo's to lose.
Yeah, well, that's been the story. It looked like that Palo was going to be the one who got hurt with it all, but now he's the one with the advantage as we get ready to head back over to the green flags in Iowa Race 2. Pato Ward, the winner yesterday, but who is going to join him as we get ready for Palo to lead us, Armstrong in second, and Scott Dixon, the driver, in 3rd position as Palo backs the field up, gets ready to put his foot down, and for the race to resume once again. He's back with his normal livery. Is Alex Palo? Is that going to lead him to success? Time to find out as we are racing once again, and a great start for Scott Dixon. You've got Schwartzman in there in the Prema as well as we run 3 wide as Lundgaard goes up the inside. It's Palo versus in behind Armstrong and Dixon, still side by side, but it's Palo with the lead with 4 tenths ahead of Dixon now, moving up into 2nd place. Armstrong in 3rd, then it's Lundgaard, then it's Schwartzman, just trying to stay ahead of Felix Rosenquist, and he can just about do so, but now Schwartzman tries to fight back as well. He's trying to get up the inside. We're wheel to wheel. Further back, Weeke's lost a couple of positions, and Robert Schwartzman's coming alive. He's in P4, JB.
As well, coming through, Schwartzman is really using that over-experience he got at Indianapolis to try and bring himself back in. He's now going to be ducking and diving to try and make places. He moves to the inside line as well to get ahead of the car. Can't get through at the moment, but this is unbelievable running at the moment. Palo leading by 5 tenths. Don't count out Tate Dixon to do what he did last week.
Yeah, it was a mistake from Palo last week, and Scott Dixon was there to capitalise. A mistake would be a lot more punished around this place for Palo, but Dixon will be there. Dixon will want to do it on the circuit. He'll want to prove that yes, he got that position due to a bit of luck as he described it last time, but can he do it now with a brilliant Hail Mary move at the end as we tick down? With 7 to go now, Dixon remaining close. Palo still looking comfortable, still looking like the driver with the advantage, but it is all battling further back as Malukas now moves up to 5th and Lundgaard drops down to 6th. We've got Ferrucci going wheel to wheel further back as well, so many side-by-side battles. Ferrucci's got the inside line, and then we've got Award in P6. He's got past Lundgaard.
Great move as well, the two McLarens, and now Dixon's just settling right behind as well, and Alex Palou to try and find a way through. We're riding with him now as Dixon, 6/10 back, but we're running out of time. 5 laps, that's around about 2.5 minutes, Omi. If Dixon wants it, he's going to have to use all of his hybrid boost of the power and then just try and find a way through, but they have dropped Armstrong like a stone. It's a 2-horse race. Oh, and that was Schwartzman being dropped. Malukas has gone through, and I think he's even, Ward's gone through as well. Schwartzman down to 6th. Back to you.
Yeah, Schwartzman really got going on the restart, but it's all gone a little bit wrong there because he's lost 2 positions as Malukas and Ward have both gained, and now we wait to see whether Lundgaard can find a way through. I think Lundgaard is side by side actually, as well with Schwartzman. It'll be interesting to see who's going to get that place. He is side by side indeed. Lundgaard gets the inside, Schwartzman on the high line at the moment, and Lundgaard will take the place. And now Schwartzman will look in the mirrors and see Felix Rosenquist along with Christian Rasmussen, both there to capitalize. We look back to the front, Dixon looking to get close, looking to use all of the hybrid. No push to pass, of course. Here at this oval, we now tick down with 2 to go. Dixon giving it his all, but Palou looks to have the answer. He's got a bit of lap traffic directly ahead at the moment, but Palou has found himself the driver who has been in form across this season so far in IndyCar. But the question was, could he do it on a short oval? He is going to do it. He is going to demonstrate the pace as we get the white flag in the air, and we go on to the last lap. It's been a race where it has transformed and changed so much. Dixon will try to get close. Palou tries to get past the lap traffic. He does do so. He makes his way through the last few corners on this last lap. It has been a perfected drive by Alex Palou, who will come across the line to win here in Iowa. He wins by 5/10 to Dixon. It's Armstrong in third, and after the mistake we had 1 week ago from Alex Palou, it is back to normal. He's back on the top step, and it's been flawless once again from him.
So he can win on an oval. That's probably good things to know. He did the 500 and he's wiped out, I think, all of them. This is fantastic so far. What a race from Alex Palou. Dixon in second, Armstrong third. It's a Honda 1, 2, 3, beating Chevy, and arguably a track they dominate at. That was a surprise.
Yeah, that was quite the surprise. Penske, of course, started with 2 retirements in the first 22 laps. It's been a race of so many different changes, and Armstrong, he wasn't really anywhere in the race until we got to that last restart. He ended third. Malukas, what a shame for him. He was contending. He was hoping to get a win. He was battling with Palou, and he almost had a go for the lead, but it wasn't to be. And Alex Palou has done the job brilliantly. He's won once again. Schwartzman ended in 9th, so he did actually drop behind Rosenquist and Rasmussen at the end. Those 2 drivers were able to gain positions, but now, I mean, it's typical Palou. He's able to now wave to, well, a very limited amount of fans, as I've mentioned already on this broadcast, JB. 6,000 across the weekend.
Yeah, with the NASCAR race not too far away, they're not, unfortunately, doing much. But, yeah, it was a great race there as well. Great strategy overall. If you want to mute me, I'll leave the Sky audio on and I'll pop in because I need to have a break after Wimbledon. So yep. I'll leave the Sky on if you want to mute me. My final word is, great job, Palou. Great job, Omi. And I'll now switch Sky on, so feel free to mute me now.
Okay, perfect stuff. So I'll just mute JB, and there we go. I've muted him, so we've got that available as he's going to go in for a well-deserved break. The Wimbledon, a lot more tension than a lot of people may think. It was very competitive, and to have the 2 greats battling at the end, it was always going to be competitive as well. Okay, perfect. Well, we're going to hand over to Fox Sports and Will Buxton as they try summarize and give us a bit of their thoughts on what has been some day of IndyCar. We've had double the action with the race yesterday, but I think this one has topped it by a mile.
Yeah, what you want to talk about, Fred? You want to come with me? Yeah.
Let's go here with the drivers now.
And there will be no short amount of frustration in Joseph Newgarden after this weekend.
It's tough to understand what happened there. He was right with Malukas on that restart. Malukas ends up P4. The guy that's got the dominant car all weekend long just can't get it done. That final 15 laps ends up down in P10.
Yes, totally strange.
But it's the 7th win of the season for this man. The historic run continues for Alex Palou. We are witnessing history. There's no 2 ways about it. The man of the moment, once again, victorious.
Well, my mic was muted while I was talking. That's fun. But yeah, Alex Palou, winner once again, and we learned that he was human last time. That was a good thing to know. But he continues to amaze us in so many ways. Let's go and hear from him now.
7 race wins already this season, man. You can do it all. Super speedway, short ovals. How are you feeling?
Speechless, honestly, speechless. It's been an unbelievable day, unbelievable weekend, but more than anything, an incredible year for us. I cannot really believe it, honestly, and winning here, it's super special. Like, I struggled on short ovals for so long. Today, although the strategy helped us a little bit there at the end when we're P3, we're still trying everything that we could, and that worked for us. So yeah, super happy getting another win, 7 wins in 1 year. It's insane. So yeah, cannot thank enough our partners, our team, and cannot wait to do it again.
And in terms of saving fuel, it seemed like you guys were able to. Some of them yellows came at difficult moments where it maybe was going to split strategy. Just talk about the relationship you have and the trust you have with your team.
Yeah, I mean, they gave me a crazy number. I was like, that either we need to give up our starting position, like our leading position, or we need to go fast and try and do another stop. So it ended up working very good for us. Always trusting 100% the team that I have in the 10 car.
Most wins for our team ever.
Is it?
In a year.
Nice.
Well, that's a nice moment he has with his team boss. Chip Ganassi, fantastic result. 1-2 today.
A sensational result for Ganassi, 1-2, and a drive from Alex Palou. And he has now completed the set in 2025. Road course, street course, super speedway, short track over. What a day for Alex Palou. More disappointment for Joseph Newgarden.
That is the case indeed, Will Buxton. He's completed it all. He is INDYCAR to some degree. He is that thing. I don't know how he comes up with it. I don't know how he does things. It's always remarkable. We had Nathan, for example, mentioning how we didn't know who was going to win. I thought it went away. I thought it went away from Palou. JB thought it went away from Palou. And here he is, in a restart that goes by in an absolute flash. He ends himself as the winner. That was phenomenal. That was phenomenal. Huge thank you, as always, to everyone who has watched, and we will absolutely enjoy. We will absolutely enjoy bringing you the final 5 rounds of the season. Let's see if we can get some words as well from Tom Gaymore at the moment.
Joseph Newgarden pitting early hasn't helped him, and the Chevy runners were caught napping when the Andretti Global car of Colton Herta hit the wall there. Yet another right tyre failure, and that is Alex Palou's family waiting to greet their man again in victory lane for the 7th time this year, his 2nd ever oval win, and his previous best finish here of 2nd surpassed in 2025. This is the year that everything Alex Palou touches turns to gold. We are witnessing greatness. But a shout out to Scott Dixon in 2nd place, of course, won last weekend. Another strong result here, equaling his best ever finish around Iowa. Still, he hasn't won around here. And Marcus Armstrong, his 2nd ever INDYCAR podium. He'll be really pleased with that. We get back on the road after this one. We're heading to the streets of Toronto next weekend, so they're coming thick and fast in July. If you've enjoyed the INDYCAR action this weekend, Toronto is always a fantastic street course, and it's yet another test of the driver's ability to adapt, and the teams and the engineers as well will be back on the green sidewall tyre and the blacks as well, and who will come out on top. But at the moment, it's all celebrations for Alex Palou.
And a weekend of what could have been for Joseph Newgarden. Inarguably one of the drivers of the weekend, but he walks away without the winner's trophy that he coveted so much. This your Advanced Auto Parts checkered flag moment as Alex Palou screams past to record his 7th win of the season. And this truly is now shaping up to be something special, the kind of season that you don't see every year, the kind of season that you don't see every generation. This is rare. Truly, truly rare. If it has been 60 years since we last saw this, imagine the next time we might see something like this. Possibly not in our lifetimes. What a run from Alex Palou. Enjoy this moment that we are living in. It may never come again. Down to Georgia.
Scott Dixon comes home second today. Earlier today, you said you just threw the kitchen sink at this, and it took a little while to figure out, but ultimately, at the end that you did, how did you guys do it?
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of changes. You know, we weren't really too sure how it was going to go. Obviously, we have an amazing engineering group here, and Brad and everybody, Chris did a phenomenal job to basically throw the kitchen sink at it. Yesterday, we were all kind of frustrated about not being able to use the Highline, so we tried to fix that. And obviously, today it took us a little bit to work it out, but once we did, you know, the car was super fast. I think another stint, you know, would have been kind of fun. We needed a longer race today, but kudos to everybody on the PNC Bank number 9 and to get a 1-2 for Ganassi, and obviously huge there for Maya Shank as well.
Thanks, Scott.
Georgia, I have 4th and 5th place with David Malukas and Pato Ward, who are going to arrange things, your television producers as well. And I did want to ask you first, how do you come away from this? It's a great result, but you had a chance to win. On the last stop, you got in front of Newgarden.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the way IndyCar is. It's part of the game. We decided to do the undercut. It tends to be a lot quicker. They waited out for a yellow, and unfortunately, the yellow came out for them. So that's just how it is. You know, we keep pushing. This is it's good for us. We've been on a consistent run ever since the 500. We've been on the upper trajectory, and the races, they're tough, but that's what makes IndyCar fun. We're always trying to play the guessing game and try to be up there. So we'll take this P4, hardest P4 I had to work for, and we'll take it to the next one.
Pato comes off a win, a top 5 today. Was there anything more available? Was that the best you had from where you started?
That was good fun today. That last restart was a lot of fun. Yeah, we just got a bit hosed there by the yellow, and I just think today I wasn't as good through traffic as, you know, the guys that I was fighting. So it was a bit more of a struggle to keep up. I didn't feel as sporty as I did yesterday, but yeah, all in all, I think we salvaged. You know, we went from a top 10 to a top 5 in, I don't know, 8 laps or whatever, and I think that's yeah, we should be happy with that after you know, we were fighting for it the whole race.
When you made that last stop right before the caution came out, which benefited the Ganassis, did you need to pit for fuel or for tires?
No, we were covering the undercut that David had done, and obviously when we went out and I saw him lead car versus then Joseph and me, then I was like, oh, he's got it. You know, he's gonna win this. You know, because David was really, really fast today, as Joseph was as well. But you know, on that last restart, we all got hosed by the same thing. So we all had to fight our way forward, and yeah, solid top 5.
Yeah, very.
Yep, congratulations to them. I just wanted to quickly make sure that we heard from Malukas and Award, considering the weekends they've had. But, well, that brings the IndyCar action to a close from Ivor. Well, we've brought you 2 races from this weekend. It has been an absolute action-packed show that we have received from all of the drivers. We say thank you to them. We say a huge thank you as well to Joshua Burt for streaming some of the IndyCar sessions this weekend. And we will be back. We've got multiple races coming across the next few weeks, so we're looking forward to bringing you the rest of the season in IndyCar. We'll see you then. Goodbye.